welcome to the Full Moon Bash. Today I would like to welcome our special guest, Nannette.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you for joining us, Nannette.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have her here. Nannette will be telling us a little bit about herself shortly, but I would also like to welcome Gabby of Blessed by the Elements. And we have Nannette. Nannette how long have you been doing like intuitive healing? How long have you known you've been an intuitive healer? How about that?
Well, as far as an intuitive healer, since I was a little girl.
Okay.
Since I was a little girl, I always felt that whole intuitive, spiritual vibe and stuff. And I've actually been practicing it for about 5 years.
Okay.
So.
And how? Tell me, what were the early signs? Like now that you're aware of it, right?
Yeah.
Now there's signs that you're like, oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
What are some of those?
Well, I guess I remember I went to a Catholic school.
Okay.
And I always I was like really fascinated by the church, but I knew it wasn't really like in my line of things, but I always knew that I wanted to be like the priest that helped and healed.
Okay.
So I wanted to be a nun, you know,
Okay.
and then I kind of figured out what comes along with it, and I was like, nope, that's
Not
not me.
me.
It's not my thing. So I would go to like Bassett and Sylvester. My grandma would take us to the bookstore, and I would always just go into like the astrology section and stuff. And that's where I really found myself. I was
Okay.
learning about that at a young age, I guess, or preteen, I guess, was around the time.
Oh, that's really cool.
So,
Yeah, so we've known it. And then, so 5 years ago, how did you finally take the leap?
I started by doing my my Reiki. I went and got my first Reiki certification, and I liked it. I tried it, and I was like completely fascinated by what I was able to do with it.
Okay.
And then so I continued on with the Reiki, and then I went into massage.
Okay.
So I think that's what really got me into it.
And
the whole spiritual.
just by the way, I've had massage therapy by Nannette before, and she is amazing. She has amazing hands. So you're gonna, if you ever go for a massage, definitely Nannette knows how to hit the good spots.
I got you.
So tell us a little bit about your business, Infuse Wellness, right?
Infuse Wellness. I opened it up 5 years ago, but I actually opened it up as a salon.
Okay.
And that's when I ended
like
up
a hair salon?
like a hair
Oh,
salon.
wow,
Yeah, it
that's
was
so
like hair and
interesting,
nail,
yeah.
and it was called Infuse Beauty Bar.
Okay.
So I knew it wasn't going to be in that industry, and then that's when I started Reiki, and little by little, I started getting into the whole. That's when I got into massage, and from there I just kind of shifted everything around, and I started finding myself around 3 years ago, and realized that it was more of a spiritual path, and not to be embarrassed of who I was, and I started following my path, and so now. My business is based more around spiritual practice, even spiritual massage with the chakra and the Reiki.
Right, you were telling me about that. So explain to us a little bit about what your chakra massage is.
So the chakra massage, what I do is I do a back massage, and I concentrate on the spine along where the chakras are, and the neck and the head. So yeah, and I work on all the little spots. I know. I got you. So I just do that, and I put crystals and stuff that are, you know, with the colors of the chakras and stuff. And I use singing bowls, and I also use selenite as my big crystal of choice for it. And then I have them turn around, and I use a pendulum. I check the chakras, and I help heal with the Reiki and the pendulum.
Oh wow, that sounds like what I need just about now. What a great way to bring in the new year with a chakra massage.
Yes.
So now that your business has taken more of a spiritual path, you also do readings and aura cleansings there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. I started doing them during this whole quarantine and the whole COVID. I really came out of the spiritual closet completely, and I started doing tarot.
Hard, right?
It's
hard
so
in
hard.
El Paso. It's so hard.
It is hard, and it was really hard for me because I was afraid, and I know I had told you, of mixing the whole massage and people being kind of weirded out by me massaging and still doing the whole tarot. But then I thought, well, that's a negative way of me thinking, you know, because there's nothing wrong with it. So I just completely came out, and I started doing it because I've been playing with tarot and oracle since I was about 17, 18 years old.
And would you say the right people just navigated towards you? Like you lost some clients, but you gained the right ones, right?
Exactly.
Yes, that usually happens in business. So I always tell people, go your route. Like do the things that you want to focus on because the people that need you will follow you. They'll find you. Yes,
definitely.
I firmly believe that. That's awesome. So for those of you who are interested in Nannette's business, we are going to have a giveaway at the end of our interview. And you're going to be getting a reading from Nannette, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it's a tarot and oracle card reading from Nannette. And now let's introduce Gabby. Congratulations to Gabby. She actually filed her business license today.
Yes.
So
It's official. Blessed by the Elements is registered with the city of El Paso. So
Cheers
I'm
to
super
that.
excited. Yes, cheers to that.
Yes.
And I don't know, it was done on like the most perfect day,
Oh
right?
my gosh, bro. You should have put some Clamato in this vodka.
You should have given me some. Hey, you said what did we need
I
to
give her
close out
like a
the
quarter
year?
of a cup of Clamato.
It's delicious.
It's delicious, thank you.
But yes, I'm super excited. So for those who don't know, my business is Blessed by the Elements. I'm also an intuitive healer, Reiki practitioner, and divinations reader. But today I just want to go ahead and let you guys know some of the other services that I offer. I do in-home cleansings. I do limpia de huevos, or like the egg cleansings, for those of you who don't know what those are. They're personal cleansings. And then I also do crystal healing. So crystal healing goes hand in hand, kind of like with what Nannette does as well. And it really does help with clearing the energy around you, helping with certain physical ailments that you may be experiencing, like anxiety, headaches, all of those little stress-induced symptoms, I guess, that we experience towards the end of the year.
You're gonna get fat after this, huh?
She wants a massage, can you
I
tell?
really do. I'm like, girl.
But yeah, so that's me. That if you guys need any of those services, you can reach out to me on Instagram.
Yes, so those of you who would like to congratulate Gabby, like you can do so by booking a Reiki session, and she has a special that's 2021, right?
Yes, to bring in the new year. So for the whole month of January, I'm going to be offering a mini Reiki session and a tarot card reading for 2021. You just need to either message me or book online on my Facebook page.
Okay, and breaking news for those of you who don't know, at Hippie Girl Boutique, we're now going to be offering Reiki and tarot card readings, and it's not just by one person. It can be by like the reader that mostly attracts your energy. So we're going to have several readers working here, but reach out to us for that information soon. For now, Gabby's definitely going to be doing her readings and her Reiki sessions here with us. And Gabby's also going to be doing a giveaway. So somebody is going to be getting a free reading.
Yes,
And,
a 5 ruin reading, right?
Ruin reading. I don't know what ruin means. What does it mean?
So ruins are a form of divinations that are actually on stones, and they're symbols on stones that can be read like similar to tarot, directly or in reverse. And I use it mostly for guidance of like the past, present, future, and like things that are not going to change in certain situations, and then things that are going to be sent to you in the form of
Past,
help
present, and future.
regarding
yes,
the
tell
current
me what I
situation.
need to buckle up for in 2021.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's success.
Absolutely. So you guys stay tuned and, join in for that giveaway.
Yes. Okay. And from Hippie Girl, you guys are going to be getting a free shmoney candle. This is a 7-day candle for those of you who would like to manifest some shmoney coming in the new year. You have it here in the form of a candle. Okay. So before we get started with everything, Nannette is going to have a message for us regarding the moon. And this is a moon in Cancer, correct?
It is the moon in
Give
Cancer.
us your message for the full moon.
Okay.
Yes, girl.
This is going to be right off of the top of my head and see what's coming up. I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I'm excited that I am.
Improv, surprise!
Yes, surprise! It's the full moon!
And that's what
we have more topics.
I know, that's what 2020 was about, right?
Yes.
a bunch of surprises. But yeah, I think for the full moon, the message for the full moon in Cancer is nurturing. Like for me, when I think of Cancers, I think of nurturing. I think of intuition, as Cancer is a water sign, and I kind of relate it to like the tarot and the cups. So I think that this full moon, we should really tap into like our intuition, our nurturing, our self-care, especially when it comes to relationships, and not just relationships like sexual or love relationships, but also with family and stuff, and that whole nurturing aspect of it, but always remembering you have to take care of yourself. So definitely tap into that part of the Cancer moon.
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
Okay, and for me, my message from the moon is take out your moon water so you can manifest all month with it. What do you do with this water? You let it charge by the full moon, and then you drink it throughout the month to remind yourself of what you manifested for this month. It's either money, success, love. There's different things that we're all asking for. Just picture yourself in that place already as if you had those things, and that's how we manifest here. And make sure that you take your crystals out to charge by the moonlight, and that's my message for the full moon right now. I don't really study as much as you girls are so knowledgeable. I love hearing from you. But Gabby actually has a message from us by the moon, and this is for all the astrological signs, correct?
Yes. So I have the full moon energy readings for all the signs tonight, and I'm gonna do 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 first. The first one in Cancer, to go ahead and honor the moon in Cancer.
Hold on, before you start. If you want your astrological sign read first, please message us, and we're gonna pick the first 2 signs in the comment section. But we're gonna do Cancer and 2 more. Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Cancer. The full moon is in your sign, pulling in all the feels in the spotlight. So it is time for Cancers to face your feelings. Feelings that you have buried, pushed aside, ignored, can now be addressed and figured out far easily than before. So knowing what's in your heart is going to be very empowering for you this full moon. You need to take the time to process your revelation. So there's going to be a lot of signs, there's going to be a lot of guidance, like your intuition is going to be guiding you. Make sure that you take the time to interpret what that means. And just know that you don't have to make any permanent decisions on temporary emotions. Just use this opportunity to really connect with your heart. And aim to let go of any unhealthy attachments. That's very important, especially going into the new year. You don't want to be going in with any negative attachments, toxic relationships, or anything that doesn't serve you. So if at any point you feel a sense of imbalance, it's time to pause and take care of your own emotional needs first.
Okay. Do we have anyone else? Aries?
Aries? Okay, Aries. Your full moon energy reading is that you may be experiencing a shift in your priorities in your home or your personal life. So if you're feeling oversensitive at this time, it may be caused by big emotions again that you've been bearing in the recent weeks. If you've been having any trouble managing your family life, your personal life, or a sense of like financial security, this moon is definitely going to bring you an epiphany in which you'll gain the clarity that you need to gain a stronger sense of purpose and balance.
Done. That's pretty deep there.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
Anybody else?
Sag.
Okay.
Here you go, girl.
All right, Sagittarius, your full moon energy is that you may be experiencing strong feelings about a relationship or financial matter.
Or both.
Should we drink to that? Or
Yeah.
These feelings are intense and magnified by the moon's energy. So if you need to depend on someone or feel as though you're having attachments that may be stronger than usual, just be mindful of this and just know that you are in control of these emotions. Okay. Also be mindful of any unexpected bills or expenses that may be emerging. So don't be splurging right now.
2020.
I know, exactly.
With that message like
Right. And then most importantly, it's important to focus on what fulfills you first and save big decisions for later.
Yes,
Awesome. I like
exactly
that.
what you had said.
Yeah,
So
there you
yeah. All right, guys.
We're like, next.
Scorpio, Taurus,
There you
Capricorn.
go.
Scorpio.
Am I going
Okay.
to continue reading or should we?
We're
Hold
gonna
on.
go to the next, and then she's gonna read Scorpio, Taurus, and Capricorn.
Yes.
Okay, so give us about 5 minutes. We're gonna go into our topic of the night, which is what we brought Nannette for, and I'm so excited to hear about what she has to say, because with this new year and us, we're ending the year, we are always talking about what we need to do. Well, in 2020, there's a lot of things that we need to release, and for some of us, it is an X, correct? But for others, it can be other topics. But she's gonna talk to us about how to release what we don't want. Okay, so go ahead, Nannette. Take it on, girl.
I'll take it. So I'm going to grab some of your journals here. Michelle has some cool journals here. They all have the moon on them. But one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about is actually releasing through journaling. So this moon right now, as I was saying it, like during Cancer, it's a very, what do you call it? A very
Emotionally charged.
yeah, emotionally charged, emotionally intense charged moon. So this is actually like the perfect time to be able to release something, especially like if it has to do with a toxic relationship or a negative attachment, or even just an attachment that was okay, but it just not part of your life anymore,
Okay.
So one of the best ways to do it first is to start by journaling.
Okay.
And pick up a nice journal, something that and Michelle's got these are the ones that you have right now.
Yes, so we carry journals. I love journals. I'm a big journal fan. I have 20 of them going around somewhere in my office in my house. But we have different journals so that whatever is your priority. Some of these have lines, some of them are open. For those of you that are more artistic and creative, the ones that have the blank pages are beautiful.
Yeah.
I like lines.
And lines are good, but even having something like this, journaling doesn't mean that it has to be words. And just like Michelle said, you can draw something or just scribble something, or even just any sign, just any kind of release that you have inside that you want to release onto the paper is really good. And so one of the best ways to do it is to have that intention of releasing and putting that down on paper, putting that inside your journal and keeping that really close at hand, especially right next to the side of your bed, because a lot of times during this time our dreams will kind of let us know intuitively of what step to take next. So after journaling, let me go back real quick. I was telling Michelle and Gabby that intention has a lot to do with it. So we have our own magic, and we don't need any tools at all to be able to release any kind of
love that energy. Yes.
Yeah, because we don't need it. And sometimes people get caught up in the whole, I have to do this.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and it's really nice because that's what's been researched and that's what really works. However, if you don't have those things, just start by the intentions of you wanting to release it.
It's up here, boys
Yeah,
and girls.
definitely. We're magical girls and
Yes.
guys too, but we're really magical. So it's really having that intention. So putting that intention down into your paper, into your journal is wonderful. Another thing that we were going to talk about was the cord cutting.
Okay.
So when you have a connection to somebody, whether it's an ex, a boss, just anybody really, and you need to release those attachments, I like to use black kyanite. Black kyanite's really nice to cut the energetic cord. So what you're going to do is you're going to imagine them, and imagine them wherever they attach on your body. If you close your eyes and you really, really think about it, you can see where they're attached. Most of the time, if it was a person that you were attached to in a relationship, it's going to be attached probably to your heart chakra. Maybe your belly button, maybe it could be even here in the third eye, but you'll know. Intuitively, you'll know. And when you do that, just close your eyes. You can use the black kyanite, you can use selenite, you can use really any kind of crystal that you can find. Heck, grab a knife if you don't have anything else. And just visualize yourself cutting that energetic cord between you and that person. And the intention of doing it is just wiping it away. Yeah, because a lot of times we hold on to those attachments because we're afraid to let go. We're afraid to really release something. Yeah. I know.
We're always so scared of the uncertain.
Yes.
And we shouldn't be, because sometimes when you let go of these things that you don't need, you have space for better things to come into place.
You're
and better
exactly
things
right.
will not come into place, guys, if we're holding on to the things that are not meant for us, whether it's in a career, whether it's in love or friendships.
Yeah, definitely. You're completely right. And it's hard to let go. It really is hard to let go, but like you said, you've got to make that space.
I think 2020 taught us too. We have to learn to let go of anything and everything at any moment.
Nothing is sure.
No.
Okay, so my journal
Girl, trust
is
me, I'm like holding back tears because I know what I need to do, but I'm like, okay, woosah.
We got this.
We were all like, damn, we got some cord cutting to do.
okay, so I release anything that doesn't serve me, help me grow, or is not meant for me.
Correct.
Okay, so that's what we're letting go. And we're getting.
I love your journals.
Thank you. Okay, so it's the journaling, the cord cutting, and then the intention behind it.
Yeah, the intention behind it.
All right, any other tips, or if anybody has any questions for Nannette, this is the time to ask.
Any questions?
No, ma'am? Okay, great.
Okay.
So then let's go. So we were burning a rosemary herb bundle.
Yes. You
Yes.
guys, this smells so amazing.
And I made these by hand, and these have the intention of bringing blessings and love into your life. And this doesn't mean like sexual love, although it can mean sexual love, but it also means just love in general. If you are fighting with your significant other, if you are, fighting with your sister or something, and you just need the energy to shift to blessings and love, this is the bundle that you're looking for. So all the herbs have different powers, and this is just one of them. And we can customize the herb bundles based on what you need, but this is one of my favorites. Like we said, love, and when you turn them on, they're gonna catch fire like this, and then you blow on it, and then that smoke is what brings it in. So I wish you all blessings and love.
Thank you.
These
Everybody here.
bundles,
Everybody
guys,
here.
are the ones that I do use for everything,
gosh,
for
those
all
smell
of my
so good.
cleansings. And so like,
Okay, use a plate. Use a plate.
use
We're
your
about to
Avalon
burn my rug here.
shell and plates. But like Michelle said, it's meant for love, but most importantly, like love for self-love. We need to learn to love ourselves. So when we're struggling to love ourselves,
You can't
like
love
this,
anybody else.
you
Can't
cannot
fill
love
somebody
anyone
else's
till you
cup.
love yourself. So these are definitely the bundles to have on hand for that.
It smells so good. That really does smell very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are now back to this section. Back to Gabby.
Number 2, second set of readings. So we said we were
Scorpio.
going to do Scorpio, Taurus,
Right here.
and
How many Scorpios
Capricorn.
in the
So
house?
how many Scorpios? Let's see your reactions.
The
Hearts,
first
thumbs up.
Scorpio to reply,
There's
the
Scorpio.
Scorpio emoji is gonna get a free card reading.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
First Scorpio to what? Comment the Scorpio
Yes.
emoji. You get a free card reading.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Anybody?
We'll have to check them.
I don't know.
The Scorpion.
Any
Duh.
Scorpion.
Okay, guys, so Scorpio full moon energy reading. You're going through an emotionally charged time for discovering your true feelings on a matter or reaching a significant turning point on a mental level. Your need for communication and spirit refreshing experiences are guiding you to pursue your heart's desires. You will experience a breakthrough about the feelings you've been having towards someone. Ooh!
Myself.
And I like myself. You can safely.
Reina Ataide, you are the winner.
Awesome. Okay, so you can safely open your heart to feelings that you have left unacknowledged. You need to nurture your need to connect, but take your time processing those feelings, and then take a step back and look at the bigger picture if you're still unsure about today's message. Which I think is very clear.
I think
Very
it's
good.
very clear.
It's
All
pretty
right.
clear. Okay,
I
cool.
get you.
So Taurus, you're next. Experiencing feelings you don't recognize, feeling a little bit off. Surprise, it's the full moon. Totally expected, guys. The full moon energy is going to bring rapid changes to you. It's going to bring a lot of movement and forward motion progress. So embrace those newfound feelings as they bring you into a better mental, emotional, and physical state to be able to make better choices. And things may be hectic, but embrace the chaos.
Nice.
So, Tauruses, and then Cappies. Capricorns, information or feelings you are looking for clarity on will finally come to light. Thank you, Jesus, this whole year for Capricorns. You guys have been behind a veil, Patty. You will have a revelation that will leave you feeling fully connected to your higher self. Yes or no? Yes? Cool. All right, so use this empowering moment to deal with the personal affairs that have finally come to light that you have neglected or ignored in the past, and know that the outcome will be positive.
Yeah.